welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie. If you're new here, hi, how are you? Welcome. If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe so that you can see all of my homeschool things. We are a homeschool, we are a blended family, and one day I am praying, sooner rather than later, we're going to be a homesteading family as well. I am the mom to our 3 arrows that are 10, 6, and 4. And yeah, I'm just going to jump in and show you our literature homeschool curriculum for this year. So there's a couple of things that I'm going to show you. If you watched our previous videos, my math and my science are master books curriculum. My literature is not. I do, however, have literature for master books that if this doesn't work out, I will use. Because it was given to me. But right now we're going to go through the good and the beautiful. That is what I actually got for Cayman and for Malachi, my 6 and 4-year-olds. And then I'll go into a little more detail with what I'm going to do with Lana. If you don't know, Lana is my bonus daughter, so I don't have just her curriculum here. Her mom and I will discuss how we're going to school for her this year. Her mom is more of an unschooling homeschooler, and I'm kind of in the middle. So I use some books on my end and she uses less on her end, which is great because it's homeschooling and there's no rules. And it works out really well. So I'll show you what I have and what I'm going to do for her, but I'm going to start with the boys first because I actually have their stuff on hand. All right, so Malachi is 4 years old. He will be 5 in October. So per public school standards, he should not be starting kindergarten until next year. But who cares? We're going to start kindergarten this year. But according to the assessments done on each individual curriculum, which I encourage you to do for every year, for every child, do an assessment on the curriculum that you're going to buy. Don't do an assessment with the good and the beautiful if you're going to buy master books. Don't do an assessment with master books if you're going to buy Easy Peasy or Abeka or anything like that. Whatever curriculum you're going to use, make sure you're doing an assessment with them because everybody is different. So for Malachi, he did an assessment for master books and for the good and the beautiful. Master books, he's on kindergarten level. The good and the beautiful, he's on their primer K level. So it's not the full kindergarten curriculum. They think on their stuff, they want him to learn a little bit more before jumping into their whole kindergarten curriculum. So that's what I did. I followed what their assessment said for him, and this is what we have for Malachi. It is super cute. Level K primer. It is not a full year. So this is the reader. Whoa, is it upside down? Sure is. This is the reader. It's my first reading book and it goes through, let's open the first page. The first book is called I Dig. And so by the middle of this course book, he'll be able to read through this book. So let's flip through this course book a little bit. It says in this course, let's see, I want to read. Okay, it says children are not expected to master any of the principles taught in this course except for instantly recognizing all the letters and all the sounds. So the main goal is to fully be able to tell all of them. And Malachi knows most of his letters by seeing them, but not all of them, which I do believe is one reason he'll benefit from this one. All right, so first page, they're learning about the word at. So it's this way and this way. Learning about the letters A, the letters T. They're gonna have this, he'll have this activity to complete. And then he will, hoping you can see, he will then go on to the next page. That's day 1. Day 2, he'll practice writing. Day 3, he'll practice writing and learn about the vowels. I'm trying to see this through my mirror behind here, so maybe a little backwards. A game for him, again, more practice. So it just goes through, and I think there's only 35 lessons. And I think you probably are supposed to do a lesson a day. So all the activities for that lesson. But I'm going to base that on him. If his attention span is just like Mama, I could do half a worksheet a day and I need to do something else. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep it fun for him. I want my kids to love to learn, not be forced to learn. And I want them to love to learn so much that they do it on their own and that they want to keep doing it their way. And so that's the plan. So if he sees that he's got to do this today and this tomorrow, but he wants to do this today, we're going to do this today. As long as it gets done, it doesn't matter. And it honestly doesn't have to get done. As long as he's learning what he needs to know, I don't care if this workbook gets done or not. You know what I mean? Like that's how I am right now with my curriculum. So flipping through, there are some games to play, which he will absolutely love. I think, yeah, there we go. And then it does start to include art in their curriculum, just like they do in the other ones, because their literature is supposed to integrate other subjects as well. And then with, oh, look at that one. That one's pretty. And then also, anytime the Bible is quoted or a scripture is put in here, it's always by the King James Version, which I like because I was a little afraid at first to give The Good and the Beautiful a try because it's not written, I mean, it's written by someone not from my denomination, not from, you know, what I was wanting. So I was a little put off and didn't even want to give it a chance. But after some prayer and true thought and looking through it, it doesn't have anything outside of the Bible in it, and I like that. Okay, so the front, it does say it is mastering letters, mastering numbers 1 through 15, learn long and short vowels, read simple words, rhyming, sorting, and more. So that's what will be covered in here. Now, if he finishes this book and he's ready to advance, I have two options. I'll either go ahead and order the kindergarten curriculum and start him on it as soon as he finishes, or I will use some of the old kindergarten work that I have left over from last year that Cayman did not finish because he already knew it, so we just didn't do it for the second half of kindergarten. And I'll let Malachi use the My Father's World curriculum from last year and finish it up, or I will use what I have and get us through the year, and then he'll move on to first grade for the next year. But like I said, I want my kids to love learning. And so Malachi found this at Dollar Tree. Whoa. And added his own stickers in there. I guess he's going to give himself stickers. But it's very few pages. He got it because he was hoping Mickey was going to be in there. And there's not a single page of Mickey, and he's not happy about that. But it literally is just handwriting and a few activities, but it's something that he picked out and he wants to do. So we're going to do that. It may be something that he does in the car, that we take when we go on vacation for him to do on the plane ride, or on longer drives. Like, it may be something we do that instead of just during the school day, but it's there for him since it is a learning resource that he chose. And, you know, I love that. And then the last thing I have for Malachi, actually, no, I have two more things for Malachi. So I'll show you this first. So back in my math video, I showed you two math books like these. This is just a fun drawing, and this is the alphabet. It says English alphabet because I'm pretty sure these are from China, because on that numbers one, it had Chinese numbers in it underneath the English numbers, which I love that. I can show them and they can learn something. That's really cool. But anyways, these are the invisible, or no, not invisible, but the magic ink pen books. So it comes with this pen, and it also comes with these refillable ink, and then it comes with this little grip to put on the pen. And then you write. So here's your letters. You can write and trace, and it's indented, so it shows you where to write, but then it disappears after like 5 minutes. It's gone, like completely gone, so that you redo it. So it's reusable. And I love it so much. I wish they had them for bigger kids. But then the fun drawing, just basic little drawings. You got shapes. I'm going to have to try it. This side does also feel indented, but I don't know if you can draw on it the same way. So I'm going to give myself a paper cut on my nose. I'm going to have to give it a try. And then now the last thing I have for Malachi. I had actually gotten this during the earlier part of the summer, and I was going to use it for Cayman because I thought he was struggling with his reading. Nay, as Bailey Syrian says. If you don't know who she is, you should. No, he can read. He doesn't want to. He blew me out of the water the other day reading to me. So these are now for Malachi. But I bought the Hooked on Phonics. It's Learn to Read Steps 1 and 2, and it comes with this whole set. So it came with these 2 books, Tag and Cat. And they're literally just reading books, so we'll use that. And then it came with these 2, which I'm gonna let Cayman read these because he is excited about these. Detective Dog and the Ghost and the Lost Rabbit. And they are just, well, little mini chapter books. So I am going to let him read those. So Cayman will get use out of these, and then Malachi will get them. And then it came with this workbook that I'm going to let Malachi do sporadically or after his course book. But it just goes through with reading and writing. Oh, and a congratulatory page. How awesome. But yeah, so that is Hooked on Phonics. I did it because they did a thing for, you could try the app and get the first course for $1. And so I did that and got it, and then I canceled it because Cayman showed me he knew how to read, and it was a little bit too much for Malachi right now, so I didn't want to keep it. If I see I want to use something different later, I may. But I will say that Teach Monster is amazing. And if you pay attention to the Teach Monster Facebook page, they'll randomly put the app free. And as long as you download it that day, you can download it on as many devices as you want on the day that it's free, and then you can always use it for free. My kids love Teach Monster. Malachi constantly asks to play Teach Monster. They love that over ABC Mouse. They love the videos on ABC Mouse, but they love the games and the activities on Teach Monster, and Malachi can read several words because of it. All right, now let's move on to Cayman. Cayman, again, I am using the Good and the Beautiful, and we are doing level 1 because Cayman he is on level 1 language arts, but he's on level 2 math. If you saw our math video, he's that. So he's kind of in between grades when it comes to what grade your child in. Well, he tells everybody he's in 1st and 2nd grade. But depending on the subject is where he's at. Again, another perk to homeschooling. But let's flip through and look at this course book. Now, the one thing that I love about master books is it does have a schedule in the front of the book. It's just a loose schedule. If you want to follow it, but it gives you check marks right there so you can see what you've completed. I'm a checkbox kind of girl. I love to plan. I love to check boxes off. And the Good and the Beautiful, it doesn't do that, which they have check boxes, but it's on each page, and so I can't look in one spot to see it. I have to flip through. But that's okay. It's all different. But anyways, it also comes with this level 1 reader, which has got little stories in it with really pretty illustrations that he's going to read throughout the year. So I really like this reader. And then let's see, it also came with, like, this one right here is telling you about the Phonics cards, which I punched out all last night. And look at this deck. I mean, really? That's a lot of Phonics cards. But it also came with this little paper that explains, and it says that there's 164 Phonics cards for levels K through 2. Children in level 1 need to learn the cards 1 through 124. And then let's see, and this one just like, this is cute and it's fun. When they learn 1 through 56, they get to color in the squirrel, and then the others, they color in the dog, and then they get to color in a horse. It's cute and it's fun. And they show you how to organize your cards. And then these are their sight word ladders. So once they master the ladder, then we check it off. And then we move to the next ladder, and then we check it off. And they go through these sight words throughout the lessons. So lessons 1 through 6 are review from level K. Now, we didn't use level K with the Good and Beautiful. We used My Father's World. And My Father's World just was like level K. Cayman probably could have done their first grade. First grade level with My Father's World, because it is a little slower and slow pace, which is fine. It just was not his level. We did not enjoy it for him. Malachi would probably love it, but I do not want to teach the same curriculum 2 years in a row. I just don't. I know I'm going to have to, but you know, right now I don't want to. I'm just exploring the curriculums and finding ones that I really truly love and can stick with all the way through. And I can't do that with My Father's World. So yeah, again, another video. But anyways, it goes through and it reviews, and it gives him spelling words, and it gives him just reading words. And I do love that they include spelling, because spelling is something that I really want to work on, because I am not great at spelling, but I want my kids to be better than me. Right. But then they include a game called Zoopath, and they have to read the words all the way around the path. And then look at the illustrations on the other side. How pretty. But again, they include art in their curriculums. Let's see, I think the front tells me what all they include, but I don't remember. It's okay, it's not a big deal. But there are 107 lessons. No, I'm sorry, 120 lessons. No, I'm wrong again. Well, they've got it labeled as 120 lessons, but the last lesson is a course assessment. So in the back, they have, congratulations, you've completed level 1. They want you to administer a reading assessment A and reading assessment B, which are back here. And it's got dates for when you complete them. It's got a poem for them to read, a passage to read. I didn't realize that. That's the first time I've seen it. I like that. Reading assessment B, the date, the time, soft C and G chart, silent E practice chart, review chart. Huh, I like that. I didn't realize that was back there. See, I didn't fully flip through, clearly. But the other thing that I really do like, and we'll just go from this page, is the independent practice. I love that it gives the child something to try to do on their own. That way, when we get through this, I can set him up with this, and I can move on to Malachi and get him set up. And I'll go over my schedule and how I'm going to give them one-on-one time while we're teaching in another video. But I'm super excited to give the Good and the Beautiful a try with their literature. Now with Lana, we are probably going to continue using Easy Peasy with her while we're here, because it's not going to get fully used. And so it's hard to spend a large amount of money on curriculum when she goes to her mom, she's not going to use it. They're going to do something completely different. So as long as we stay on the same page, that's the goal. So I'm not going to buy anything else. We're going to use Easy Peasy online, and then I'm going to let her read through this. This says it's a 3rd grade reader, but it is filled with poems and just passages, and it's got some nice little illustrations in it too. And so it's just something good to read. And I know she had struggled with it a little bit when we started it last year. So I'm excited to see how she's able to breeze through it the more she advances. So we're probably going to keep using this, but we'll start on Easy Peasy level 5 when we start school for her. And again, this is 180 days for 3rd grade. Some things that she had done that I went back and checked. But again, we'll probably continue using this, because all this is, because we didn't finish clearly, Writing, you have to write a poem. You have spelling words that you have each week, and you work on syllables and plural words just for, you know, making sure that we're aware of what all of this is so that it helps with her writing. But like I said, we'll have those that we just do as extra work for her, but we'll probably do teaching textbooks with math for her online and easy peasy online while she's with us, along with the family things that we do together, the family subjects. But yeah, this is probably going to be the longest video, sorry, but I hope you enjoyed and you got something out of it. I'll link everything down below with what I'm using and the levels that I'm using. And yeah, that's it. Until next time, y'all, don't forget, please like and subscribe, share with your friends if you'd like. Yeah, and we'll see you next time. Y'all have a great day, and don't forget your coffee.